don't know how. Yeah, I beat myself up about it now, but tomorrow just do better, yeah. Better. Keep on moving closer, closer for long. 'Cause after a while, just start thinking that recovery's not an option. You're so take the clean slate, the great better, better. I will do better. Praise the Lord, everybody. Well, we are on. We're getting ready. I have Chandler Jackson on the channel with me today. It looks like we're experiencing some. I know Janet is experiencing some technical difficulties. We're going to try to make it through. I think systems are on overload. All right, go ahead.
And Lord, God, and God, help us, God, change us, keep us, God, and just remind us going to share, God, Jesus, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chandler, for your prayer as he leaves and he exits. Y'all, he's up into this YouTube channel. So we're praying that God helps him. And if it's something that he is called to do, he will know what to do. So we're going to get started. We are still reading from the book, A Woman Who Doesn't Quit. We are finishing up. We are on habit number 4 today, and we are going to go through day 4 and day 5. Habit number 4 is she gives others what she needs. And as we begin reading, we are going to start here in Mark, the 12th chapter. And so this first lesson here is talked about risking rejection as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these, right? And so here it's talking about loving our neighbor, loving everyone, right? That's our whole duty of man, is to love God and to love people. And as we look at this rejection, remember we've been talking about this emotional generosity and what keeps us from being emotionally generous to people. Again, going back and dealing with that trust we were dealing with earlier today. If we go to Ruth, the 3rd chapter, we're going to read there verses 6 through 15. We know these habits were birthed out of the book of Ruth. And so we find here where she is going before Boaz. And remember, this is a pivotal moment because Boaz is the next of kin. He is the one that can literally change her life. So we're going to go down and read. We're going to start at verse 6. And she went down onto the floor and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. We talked about this last week. She followed the instructions. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down. And at the end of the heap of the corn, and she came softly and uncovered his feet, and laid her down. And laid her down. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid, and turned himself, and behold, a woman laid at his feet. And he said, Who art thou? And she answered, I'm Ruth, thy handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thy handmaid, for thou art a nearest kinsman. So here Ruth is making herself available and telling Boaz who actually she is. Verse 10, and he said, Blessed be thou, Lord, my daughter, for thou hast shown more kindness in the latter end, the beginning, inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not, I will do thee all that thou requirest, for all the city and of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. Verse 12, and now it is true that I am thy near kinsman. Howbeit there is a kinsman nearer than I. And so at this point here, right, something's getting shaken. There's another kinsman that is closer to Ruth.